5 way to solve quadratic equation. Method 1. Factorization method. First step is write the quadratic equation in general form. So my quadratic equation, rewrite 1x square plus negative 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. Here's the standard form of the quadratic equation. Here a is 1, b is negative 4 and c is 3. Now the next step is multiply a and c. So a into c is 3. Now the next step is find the true number that multiply to give the product AC and add to give B. So true number, hint, check all the possible pair of prime factor of AC. So prime factor of 3 is 1 into 3 or negative 1 into negative 3. So this pair, this two number gives the add to B and product is AC. So my first number is negative 1 and second number is negative 3. If we multiply, then give the AC and add to give the B. Now the next step is split the middle term Bx into two terms using the two number found in step 3. Now split the middle term in two number. So x square and minus 4x can be written in negative x and minus negative 3x and rest the third term plus 3 equal to 0. Next step is to group the term in pairs and factorize each group. So group the term in pair and factorize it. So now the first group, factor out the x. So x, if we factor out the x, then divide each term by x. So x squared divided by x is x minus x divided by x is 1. Now second group, factor out the negative 3. So negative 3 divided the first term is positive x and negative 3 divided by plus 3 is negative 1 equal to 0. Now the last step is saying take out the common factor. Here the x minus 1 is the common factor. So x minus 1 factor out, and first term divide the x minus 1 is x and the second term divide the x minus 1 minus 3. Use the zero product property. X minus 1 is 0 or x minus 3 is 0. So x is 1 or x is 3. Here are the roots of the quadratic equation. This is the first method of the solving the quadratic equation, factorization method. This method is called factorization method. Now the second method is perfect square method. Okay. Solve with x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. Okay. So first step is saying write the quadratic equation in standard form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So 1x square minus 4x plus 3 is 0. Okay. Here the next step saying that if a is not equal to 1, then divide both side by a. But I have the x square, the coefficient of x square is 1, that is a is 1. So my second step is done. Now the third step is move the constant term in the right hand side. Okay, so x square minus 4x equal to -3. Now the next step is add both sides half of a square of the coefficient of x. Half of a square. So the coefficient of x is 4. Half of a square, that is half. The half of 4 is 2 and a square is 2 square. Add the both side. Add both sides. Okay. So x square minus 4x plus half of a square of coefficient x. Add both side. Okay. The next step is to complete the square and solve for x by the taking a square root. So complete the square. This left hand side is a x minus 2 whole square and the right hand side is a 4 minus 3 is 1. Taking both sides as square root. So square root of x minus 2 whole square and square root of 1. So root under x minus 2 whole square is the mod of x minus 2 and root under 1 is 1. So x minus 2 mod of x minus 2 is 1. This means x minus 2 is positive 1 or x minus 2 is negative 1. Okay. This means x, first equation, x is positive 1 and positive 2 is 3, or x equal to minus 1 and plus 2 is plus 1. So x equal to 3 and 1 is the root of the equation. The previous is x equal to 1 and x equal to 3 is the root of equation. This is the second method to solving quadratic equation using the perfect square method. Now the third method using the quadratic formula. Solve x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. So method third saying the first step is write the quadratic equation in a standard form. So rewrite the equation 1x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. The next step is to identify the coefficients and the constant value. Here the coefficient of x square, that is a, is 1. The coefficient of x, that is b, is -4, and the constant term c is 3. Now the next step is to find the discriminant d value, that is d is b square minus 4ac. Therefore d is b square minus 4ac equal to b square means -4 square minus 4 times a and c. So -4 square is 16 minus 4 into 1 is 4, or 4 into 3 is 12. So 16 minus 12 is 4. Again, now the next step, put all values in the quadratic formula. So formula is x equal to minus b plus root d by 2, and suppose x1 and second value is x2. X2 is x1, x2. X2 is negative b minus root d divided by 2. I'm sorry. Here the formula is 2a. A is missing. Now to put the value, all values up. So negative b. So b is -4. This means negative b is positive 4. Positive 4 plus root d value is 4 divided by 2. A value is 1, that is 1, 2. So x2 negative b. Negative b is positive 4 minus root d value is 4 divided by 2 into 1. So 4 plus 2 divided by 2 and 4 minus 2 divided by 2, that is 4 plus 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 4 minus 2 is 2 divided by 2 is 1. So again the first value is 3 and second value is 1. So this is the solution of the quadratic equation. Now the fourth method is relation between the roots and the coefficient. Solve x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. This is the method 4, relation between the roots and the coefficient. First of all, write the quadratic equation in standard form. So rewrite the equation: 1x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. Now find the relation between the roots and the coefficient. It is alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Here alpha plus beta is negative b by a. So negative b means positive 4 divided by a. A means 1, that is 4. Here a is 1, b is negative 4 and c is 3. Okay, and alpha into beta is c by a. Here the c value is 3, a value is 1, that is 3. Now next step is find the alpha minus beta. So alpha minus beta is under root alpha plus beta to the power 2 minus 4 alpha beta. Okay, this means alpha plus beta is 4, so 4 square minus 4 times alpha into beta is 3, that is root under 4. 16 minus 12, that is 4, that is 2. Here the alpha plus beta is 4 and alpha minus beta is 2. Then solve the system. Alpha plus beta is 4 and alpha minus beta is 2. So the 2 alpha is 6. So alpha is 3. If alpha is 3, so beta is 4 minus alpha, that is 4 minus 3 is 1. So again 1 and 3 answer. Now the last method, graphical approach, Poisson law method. Solve x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. Poisson law method or graphical method. We know the quadratic equation. The roots is the crossing the x-axis. That is, if we draw the graph, that is parabola, upward or downward. If a is positive, it is graph is upward, and a is negative, the graph is downward. This is my first root and this is my second root, that is alpha and beta. Okay, so if we find the average of alpha beta, that is this point, average of alpha beta, so my alpha is average minus u and average plus u. Okay, so find the average of the roots of the given quadratic equation. So we know alpha plus beta is negative b by a, that is 4 by 1, that is 4. Okay, so average is alpha plus beta by 2, that is 4 by 2, which is 2. So my first root is 2 minus u and second root is 2 plus u. Assume, let. Now the next step is using the relation between roots and coefficient alpha into beta in a first product of roots. So product of root is product of roots is, that is 2 minus u and 2 plus u is c by a, that is 3 by 1, that is 3. This implies that 2 square minus u square is 3. Therefore, 2 square 3 move to left side is negative 3 and u square move to right side is positive u square. So 4 minus 3 is 1 equal to u square, taking both sides positive root 1 root under u square. So root 1 is 1 and root under u square is mod of u. So u is positive 1 or negative 1, both are true. This means first root is, therefore first root is average. First root is average minus u, that is 2 minus u. 2 minus u. So 2 minus, if we choose the u is 1, if we choose the u is 1, so 1, that is 1, and second root is 2 plus u, that is 2 plus 1 is 3. So again the 1 and 3 answer. If we choose the u is, if u is negative 1, so first root is 2 minus u, that is 2 minus u is negative 1, that is 2 plus 1, that is 3, and the second root is 2 plus u, that is 2 plus of negative 1 is 2 minus 1 is 1. Again 3 and 1 answer. So here are the 5 methods to solving the quadratic equation. Thank you. See you again.